Right. Well, 5:02. We will go ahead and get started. If you're comfortable and you're like not in the bathtub, I would love it if we could see you because that makes it a lot more fun to like see each other. But if you're not able to do that right now, that's okay too. I am so excited to share with you, especially because this is the first time we've ever done it like this, where we have the coaching try on. You kind of have a taste of what we do, and now this is mostly about you asking questions. So at any point, I want you to kind of jump in and ask a question, or you can type it, and one of us will answer it. So the first thing I want to share with you is probably you're overwhelmed right now. You're probably feeling like, oh my gosh, there is so much I don't know. How am I ever going to learn this? And I want to ease your fears by saying this is like any other job. When I first started my teaching job, I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing. But I walked into the classroom on that first day and I did it and I survived, and this is no different. I also want you to know what you've seen since all of this craziness, it's like the stay at home stuff. We've been doing different things as coaches since we've all been home. Don't feel like everybody puts in like full-time hours to do this thing. I started coaching during a really busy time in my life. I was finishing up my master's degree. I was a teacher. I was a volleyball coach. I was a student council sponsor. We're really active in our church. And the reason I chose to do this job was because I knew it was the only stream of side income I could have that, one, I felt like I'd be passionate about, and two, would be my rules. Like, I will decide when I work. I get to be 100% me. Like, that was really important for me. So I want you to know whatever your schedule is, you get to work this business around your life already. If that means 5 a.m., great. That was not me when I started. That's not me now. If that means 10 p.m., that's more my style. I did a lot of work at 10 p.m. when I very first started, and I probably put in, I don't know, 30 minutes to 45 minutes every day as a coach. So I want to tell you a little bit about what it will look like if you sign up by sharing with you what I did when I very first started. And we kind of talked about it already. Really, a lot of it is going all in with your program, starting to really fall in love with what we do. Because if you start there, you will see how these programs and taking care of yourself changes you. Like, literally, it does. I feel like, on a physical level, I feel stronger than I have in my entire life. I was a high school athlete and I felt really strong then. And I was really active during college, and I feel stronger and better and more confident than I do right now. And because of that, I'm a more confident person overall. Like, I thought I was confident before. I've never really struggled a ton with that. But like, even meeting new people now, it's different because this has given me a confidence that I really can't explain. Spiritually, I'm different because I've immersed myself into a community where everybody is about growing and doing better and being better. And for me, that comes from the Lord. So I have been spurred on in my faith. And if you're a Christian, we have a lot of women on our team who are believers. We have people who aren't too, who don't, absolutely do not have to be. But if you are, or if you've ever been curious, like, we're going to spur you towards that too. And your business really is founded on your love for what we offer. So when you start, you're going to make your priority the workouts. Like, that is what I made my priority. I didn't know all of the things I know now. I wasn't running team calls. I wasn't involved in a lot of the stuff that you're seeing me do right now. I was plugging into my workouts and I was getting results. And because I got results, it was really easy to talk to people. And because I was so busy, people were like, holy crap, she is busy. She is teaching. She's going to volleyball practice or a volleyball game. She's getting home at 9 p.m. and then she's working out. Like, my business started off hot. And I think it was because I was busy. So people didn't come to me with excuses. They're like, okay, well, I know you're busy. I'm busy too, but if you can make it work, I know I can. So it's about showing how you make it work. That's it. And you can make it work. You should make it work because you are going to feel your best when you make it work. And then from there, you'll learn all of the other things that we do too. But at first, it really is loving the programs, sharing the programs and the meal plans and all of that on your social media, showing your results and falling in love with it. That way, when people are interested and they say, dang, Jamie,
Like for sure.
you've had these results, like you're showing up all the time. What the heck is this all about? Then you have the confidence to be like, this is what I've been doing. It's been game changing for me. My life has been changed, and I know yours can too. And it's not because of a product, it's because of the community, and it's because of our fitness programs. And of course, some products have some to do with it too. I mean, we use shakes, I use pre and post workout, but you guys, it's the community and it's you as a coach. Like, your job is to inspire people and to make connections with people and to push people further than they think they can go with their own health and fitness, so they feel how you feel. That's what drives my business, because I'm like, each phase of my business has been a little bit different, but sitting here almost 22 weeks pregnant, people keep making comments to me about my body right now. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I'm like, every single time, I'm like, it's my programs. I feel good. Like, I feel so good. There are days where I look in the mirror, I'm like, I want to vomit. But for the most part, I'm like, at 22 weeks pregnant, I feel really good and I feel strong and I don't feel tired and I don't feel miserable, because I've been taking care of myself for 3 years consistently. And that's not stopping now, because I want to continue to feel like this during pregnancy. And you better believe, as soon as this baby comes out of me and as soon as I get cleared, I'm back at it. And I guarantee you, people are going to make comments to me about, it's so easy for you, it just fell off, or you just snapped right back. No, I've been working really hard, really, really hard for 3 years. And it's impacted my life enough that I don't want to stop. And that is where your business then grows, because you fall in love with the health and fitness side. And let me just ease your fears. I was not in love with health and fitness before I started. In fact, if you want me to be honest, it took me 6 months, 6 full months of being consistent when I didn't feel like it, and like sometimes dragging my butt downstairs to get my workouts in, to finally be like, I love this. There are days it's hard, but I love this and it's changed my life, so I'm not going to stop. And that's what being a coach is really about. So, with that, give me your questions, because I know you probably have a million and I want to answer every single one, because you deserve to know everything before you make a commitment to this, because it is a job. It is going to take time. And my number one goal for you is that you start, you fall in love with it, and you make an income, because this is a business and you can make a full-time income. You're not going to be making a full-time income day one or even year one, but if you stick with it, I'm 3 years in and I am, at this point, I'm going to tell you, I'm way out earning my teaching salary. Like, I would have maybe never earned what I'm earning right now being a teacher. So it's possible. It is so possible. But you've got to decide, I'm doing this, if that's what you want from it, or maybe you don't want that. Maybe you're like, I just want to get my hair done and not, like, I don't want my husband to ask questions. I just want to get my hair done. Because that's kind of where I started. I was like, I want to get my hair done and not have to feel guilty because it's $120, whatever. And I want to pay my student loan bills. So really my goal was to make like $600 a month. And I thought, dang, if I can do that, then this is legit. And that happened before I knew it. So unmute yourselves, ask me your questions.
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, so what does it cost to sign up to be a coach? Is it anything extra of just joining? How do you keep yourself active? Do you have to have a person under you to stay active?
Yes, great question. So it is the same exact price to sign up as a coach as it is to sign up as a customer. It's $160 to get your workouts, your meal plans, and then whatever you choose, pre and post workout or Shakeology. To stay active from there, kind of a complicated answer, but let's just say in general, you're going to spend $120 a month to stay active. That is my recommendation. Technically, you could spend $50, but if you want me to get a little bit into it, if you want to earn the trip, if you want to go on the cruises, if you want to go to the resorts, you're going to want to invest the $120 a month. I've done it ever since I started. Is it a little bit scary? Yeah, it's a little bit scary, but it's going to make your butt work because I wasn't going to lose money, and you're not going to lose money either if you decide that you're going to work this. So what that means is your goal every single month is you want to sign up 3 people with that same package to be in your group. You want to inspire 3 women every single month to begin their own journey. And I'm telling you, if you do the things that we teach you, because we have an entire mentorship for new coaches, you will sign those people up. Like, I don't have any doubts about that because I did it myself, and I've done it every single month since I started because I was not going to lose money because my husband told me I'd have to quit if I lost money. So promise it's doable.
And that was the other thing, doable with working full time. Well, working at the school now, that's not a question right now, but
Right.
I'm going to college full time, and so to be a teacher. But then I'm also thinking about just maybe stopping at the 60 hours, staying in aid, and doing something like this.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. It's doable. I promise you. It's almost like, I feel like the busier you are, the more you're going to make it work. I think of, and Morgan might relate to this. I can remember my mom telling me, she was like, my grades were better during volleyball season in college than they were any other time of the year because I knew that I had this 30 minutes or this hour to work on homework, and otherwise, she was like, my day was just filled with other crap. And this is the same way. I honestly kind of feel the same way. When I was teaching, I was like, okay, my work time is this time. Like, I don't have any other time. So I got it done. And now I'm like, I don't even know what I do. Dance around all day. I don't know. But sometimes, like, holy crap, it's 3 and what have I done today? So promise you, that's the beauty of this, is you might spend an hour on Sunday working. And then Monday, you might be like, I can't get anything done besides my workout. Great. Do your workout and move on. And then Tuesday, you're going to catch up. Weekly goals is where it's at because your life is crazy. The only thing I can't speak to is being a mom. So you have that, but there are plenty of moms on our team who have gone before you and made it work.
And I was going to chime in really fast. I am probably one of the busiest people like ever. I teach full time. I'm a middle school and high school orchestra teacher. And then I also own my own violin and viola studio. And I also teach private lessons at the college at MSU and Drury. And then on top of that, I have a lifestyle blog and I coach. So, and I perform a ton. So like, if I can make it work, anyone can make it work. I'm not a mom, but like, I mean, everything is like nailed down. So I totally understand the like super busy lifestyle, but you'll be able to do it. I promise.
I totally agree. And I saw Jordan ask the question, what does it cost to switch from a customer to a coach?
It's about
Bought a challenge pack.
boxing stuff I'm about.
If you bought a challenge pack originally, it's free. It's going to charge you $40, but then you'll get a refund. So nothing.
Okay. Yes, feel excited.
I work 4 10-hour days and I fit coaching into the pockets of my day. Yeah, that's how it works. Whenever you have other things, you're like, okay, I'm going to work 15 minutes here. Might be while you're sitting on the toilet. It doesn't matter. You can get your work done. Like, seriously.
Yeah,
And like
corporate, so I mean, there's little pockets of everyone. You know, you have nurses, we have teachers. I work in the corporate world. If you want to make it work, you can make it work.
So true.
And like I was telling Jordan earlier when we were texting, one of my fears at first was I'm in the worst shape of my life right now. Like, I don't look fit. I'm not eating right. But then, like I told her, that's a way I can reach people because I can be like, hey, I'm struggling as well. Let's do this together. And, you know, because I used to run, I stayed in shape, I did CrossFit. And then this last year, I've just let everything go. And I needed something new to pull me back into that mentality. And so I feel like that's the way to talk to people. That's the way to reach people is, you know, hey, I'm 185 pounds and
Morgan, do you have something to say to that?
Yes, I'll speak to that. I am a former college athlete, although I never really loved fitness. I've never loved fitness ever. I only did it. I played basketball and I loved basketball, but anything having to do with like weights or conditioning, like hated all of it. So then once my career ended and I didn't have a purpose and a reason to show up, I just quit. I gained 60 pounds, worst shape of my life. And that's when Paige reached out to me. She's like, because I was sharing my journey. I'm like, I have to do something. So I started sharing on my own Instagram account. She reached out to me and said, why don't you coach and hold yourself even more accountable? And I will tell you, coaching is the best accountability partner.
Wow.
That's where she was when she started.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So like I'm telling you, if you want results, go all in with these programs and share everything about your journey, because people are going to watch you and they're going to be so dang inspired. And honestly, when I first started, I don't recommend this. You want to coach, but like I was just sharing and putting everything out there because I don't have a problem with that, but I wasn't doing the inviting like I needed to. So I really missed out on the business opportunity at the beginning. I did okay. I hit Success Club here and there because I was getting really good results. So that can happen if that's what you want your business to do. However, I wish I would have like hit the ground running, invited, connected, like did all the things. And now we have incredible trainings to set you guys up for those healthy habits and the success right away. That I don't want to say we didn't have it, because the vitals are the vitals, but I feel like, yeah, the mentorship that we have now really helps prepare you to be confident in what you're doing.
Yeah.
So
How many of you are nervous whenever you hear us say inviting or like connecting with people? Be honest with me. How many of you are like, that makes me like a little bit nervous to think about doing that? Okay, how many of
Just slow.
How many of you were invited by one of us here that's a coach? And how many of you were like, I hate her. She is so stupid for getting in my inbox? Hopefully none of you. But I feel like Beachbody specifically, and obviously I'm biased, but I feel like we do it in a way that's just so normal. It'd be the same way I would say, hey, Sailor, you want to go out and grab coffee with me? Like, if not, sweet. I want you to come, but I'm not going to like drag you by your hair to do it with me. You know, it's the same way. I'm just inviting people to what I love in the same way as inviting them to a coffee shop. And there are no feelings attached to that. Like, I'm so ecstatic that Sailor is here and that she said yes, but had she said no, sweet, I'll move on. Somebody else probably wants to come. And that's the mentality you have to have behind it. And you have to just be genuine in what you're asking people to do. I believe in this so much because it's changed my life completely, that I have zero problems like saying, hey, do you want to do these workouts with me? Because I was never consistent before. And I'm going on 3 years. Like, that's nuts to me. And I also have no problems asking people to come like to this. It's a little bit scarier, I feel like, to invite to the coaching opportunity. But at the same time, like, I was a teacher and then somehow God did a work and here I am. I walked away from teaching and now I'm doing this full time. And I was just talking to one of the girls today on our team. I was like, today was so good. Like, so you can ask the girls. I've been talking to some of them all day. Morgan's one of them. All day I've been like high or something. I've been so excited about this. It became 2:30 and I looked up and I was like, oh my gosh, like today's been so good. I'm so glad that I'm not sitting in my classroom waiting for the bell to ring like I was doing before. Like, it's such a fun opportunity to change your life and then inspire other people and then get paid. Like, it's mind blowing.
it's so rewarding to be able to help other people find the joy that you find in these programs. When you go all in and you get results, because I've lost 47 pounds from these programs, like they've absolutely changed my life inside out. Like, I'm spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, all of it. It's not just about the scale, but you sure do feel heck of a lot confident when you're doing things like working out and taking care of thee. And when you get to be able to help other people do that, it's so stinking rewarding. It's amazing.
And you're inviting them to do it in a way that works and will always work. This isn't a fad diet. It's not like something that you wrap around your stomach and you say, you're gonna whatever. It's like exercise and eating well is always going to be in style because it's the only thing that's sustainable and works and actually makes you feel really good. So that's one thing I love. Like, I before I started doing this, I would watch other people do like MLM type stuff. I'd be like, dang, it'd be cool to make $1,000 a month, but I don't believe in pills or wraps or whatever the heck they do. So that's not for me. But when I finally asked about this, I was like, okay, well, that sounds different. And I decided to jump in. What else? Like, this is your chance. Like, drill us, ask us the hard questions. Ashlyn, are you trying to ask?
Yeah, I was muted. I didn't know. But so do you guys ever feel really annoying posting and stuff? Is there a certain like amount you post, or like certain things that you post that you notice seem to get more attention and stuff like that?
No, it don't feel annoying. I am naturally very extroverted and weird and outgoing though, so I might not be the right person to ask. I do remember though, before I started, asking some of my best friends and like my family members, am I gonna be annoying? Is this gonna be stupid? Because I'm gonna be posting a lot. And they were like, if you're just you, like if you show up as genuinely you, no, you're not going to be annoying. If you show up and you post your products and you like copy and paste crap that isn't you, yeah, you're gonna be annoying. So be you, whatever that looks like, 100% you, and you will not be annoying. And if you are, great, unfollow. Like they'll unfollow you. You're gonna attract your people, and people want to see you show up every day. Because I think about like when I go back, I have 2 Instagrams, and when I go back to my personal one that I don't do my business on, there are not very many people like doing inspiring, encouraging things every single day online. And we get the opportunity, you're already on social media, guaranteed. So you get the opportunity to have your posts mean something and be there for a reason, to encourage and inspire, not just post a selfie or your dog or whatever. It's like you have a purpose every single day in what you're posting, and that matters a lot. People tell me it matters all the time. Didn't expect it, but so often when you show up and you decide, I'm going to inspire, I'm going to be encouraging, I'm going to be a light in this space of social media, people love it because that's what they're looking for. Like everybody wants somebody new and encouraging and positive on their feed, and that's what you get to do.
And I will
Yeah,
ask
and
for the most,
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, as for the most traction, transformation posts. So get some results.
Or
You'll
get
get some traction. Huh?
Or get pregnant. Life.
Well, and I was gonna say, just like what they said, just be yourself. Like it's easy to look at other people. I mean, no matter what you're doing in social media, look at other people and be like, wow, I love what they're doing. I love what they're posting, and then try to emulate them. But those are the posts that will not go very far because it's not you. And there's times we all get in our head, and I know I still get in my head a lot. And the times that I don't, and I'm just like, okay, what am I feeling today? And like Paige was even saying before, and like a lot of her posts come from like her workouts. And when she's working out, she's thinking in her head, like, and she's using the thoughts that she's having while she's working out as a post. And I've done that same thing, or the way that I'm feeling that day, or, something that happened, and try to think of a way to like post that and communicate that feeling. And I think that's the biggest thing, is just not getting wrapped up in like what other people are doing, but like specifically what can you bring to the table, because that's what you can give to your clients.
And including stuff that isn't health and fitness. Like for me, I talk a lot about my faith. I talk a lot about Bible reading because it's a relatively new journey for me. And it's weird. Like it was very scary to share because I've been a believer for 20 years. But recently, like very recently, a Bible reader, and that's been a really fun journey to share with people. That and my counseling story, which is very intertwined with coaching. Like another time, I'll tell you the story about that. But I talk a lot about me going to counseling, and those are 2 things that have nothing to do with health and fitness, but people will gravitate towards you because of the other things. And then they'll be like, oh, I love what she shares about whatever it is, if it's fashion or if it's
The Starbucks drink.
yeah, whatever it is, they're going to be like, I like her. And because of that, I also want to like have a relationship with her and work with her and be inspired by her, like on a more personal level. That's what gets people to sign up. So I can't say it enough to just be like authentically 100% you.
But I also think it's important to share the days where you're not feeling inspirational and motivated, because I come at it from a different standpoint, I talk a lot about like my darkest times, like where I came from with mental health and negative thoughts and just drinking and all of those things, and how coaching and this new consistency and accountability has completely saved and changed my life. And it has allowed me to put, like I say all the time, I need to sweat my stress out, and that is a legitimate thing. Like I am able to now be a homeschool teacher, because I can sweat for 30 minutes a day, sometimes 60 minutes a day. And I'll talk about that. Like if my kids are freaking driving me nuts, I'm going to say, this one is driving me nuts. Like I'm not a perfect mom, and we're going to share those things. If I'm eating ice cream, we're going to talk about those things. So I don't think people want to come to an Instagram page to see this picture perfect model. That's not realistic. That person struggles. If you're going to a fitness page on Facebook and this woman has abs and the best butt and the prettiest hair, her life might be terrible behind that camera. And people want to see that part too, to know that you are a real person. So don't be scared to be like, I don't want to work out today because I feel like crap. If you did the best that you could do, say that. Like I put as much effort in as I could, but today I'm really not feeling it. We're going to start over tomorrow. And that goes a long way with people.
It totally does. I wish Neely was here. She's one of the girls in the group. She's not a coach yet, but I don't know if you guys saw it the other day. She posted her check-in into our group, and the first one was like normal, whatever. It was just like a sweaty selfie. And then the second one, she had tears in her eyes. And when I saw it, it almost made me emotional, because she's like, here's like right after my workout, the normal one, and then here's after I had some time to think about how hard that was for me. I'm like, that's powerful. You know, you're not going to get that when you go to the gym and you hire a personal like fitness trainer. I'm sure they're amazing. Yeah, but they're not going to be like crying with you or sharing in your struggles, because they're professionals. And I think that's a really big advantage we have, is we get to be so honest with people and show the hard days and show like, this isn't a linear journey. This isn't a mountaintop journey. Like there will be days that are hard, but that's what's most inspirational about what we do, is we're just normal girls making it work and trying to feel our best to inspire others to do the same. So I know some others probably have questions. Victoria, I know you hopped on late. Do you have any big questions you want answered? Sailor, I haven't heard from you. Questions? Heather, Paige?
I think the main one that I had was just like what coming in at like the entry level, like basically what your day consisted of, or like what you need to do, like what that consists of.
Yeah, that's a really, really good question. So when I started, the main thing I did was I said, okay, I'm committing to a program. And for me at first, that was the 21-day fix. So my main commitment really was doing the 21-day fix every single day, and then making a post about it on social media, whether it was like a sweaty selfie or showing a 15-second clip, and then being honest about my journey. Like that is the main thing I committed to in my first month. And then from there, it's like when you make a post about the 21-day fix, or that you're about to help people start that, when people show interest in that, the next big thing you do is you have conversations with them. So like, for example, Victoria, let's say I made a post and you liked it about my upcoming group. I would send you a message that says, hey, Victoria, saw your like on my post about my group. Are you interested in starting this new 3-week program with me? It's 30 minutes a day and we're all going to do it together. Something like that. And then you'll probably say back to me, I want to know more information. So then it's just a back and forth conversation about your program, why you love it, and why you think that it would be amazing for this girl or guy to do it with you. That's why it's so important for you to get results and fall in love with the process of the programs and be honest about it. That way you can have a genuine conversation, because I guarantee you the way I talk about programs and like helping people looks different than the next coach, then the next coach, then the next coach, because we speak from experience. So that's really what it consists of. And for me, I would say 30 minutes is going to be your workout. That's going to be most days of the week. And then honestly, like if you spent 30 extra minutes a day just like making conversation with people and inviting people to work out with you, you're going to make progress in your business. Like that's a big deal to be able to do that. So I'd say those are your main commitments. And then beyond that, it would just be like paying attention to what's going on our team. So like we do calls like this on Sunday nights at 8. I'm not your boss. If you don't want to come and you want to catch the recording, sweet, it'll be there. I love when people come face to face. Obviously, it's the best way because then you're immersing yourself into the community. But other than those two things, like that's going to be the main thing. And then making sure that you are staying in contact with me or your mentor, whoever you sign up with. You're making sure that you're in contact with your mentor, asking questions, getting feedback, those sorts of things, so we can help you see success. Because like I said earlier, my goal for you, one, is to help you change your life through these programs, because that will happen. But really, when you sign up to be a coach, I also really want to help you make an income, because I know you can. Did that answer your question?
Yes, that was perfect.
Okay. Sailor, do you have any questions? Also, is that your baby?
No, it's my nephew.
I was gonna say, I didn't know you had a child.
No, I have 2 nephews. My main questions were just kind of like, how do you start reaching out to people? And like, I have a private Instagram, so I don't let like a lot of people follow me. So should I make like a fitness account, or should I start with just my Instagram and like see how that goes and build from that?
Yeah, that's a great question. For me, it's personal. I created a new one because I wanted to know that people were choosing to follow it. That way, when I did invite them, I knew they chose to be there. And it's not like I just flooded them on my normal feed, but it's completely up to you. I had students following me and like just people that I didn't really care to see it.
Okay.
How do you start reaching out to people? Honestly, when I very first started and created that new account, the first thing I did is when people would follow me, I would thank them for following me and say, thank you so much for following my fitness journey. Like, this is going to be a ride. I'm so excited. If you want to work out with me, you let me know. Like, that's how it all started. And then, like I was telling Victoria, it's like I'd make a post or show up on my story. And then if people showed interest when they liked my posts, when they were watching my stories, it's a simple invite to say, hey, I saw you caught my story, or I saw you like my post about this group. Do you want to do this 6-week or 3-week or whatever program with me? And then you go into that conversation of like, what are your goals? Like, this is how it's helped me. I know it could help you, and it kind of goes from there.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep.
It's a very warm invite too, because they're already watching you. They know what you're doing.
Yep. And probably at the beginning, a lot of the people you sign up to work out with you are going to be people you already know. Like I signed up 14 people my first month, which I'm not going to lie, that's a lot of people for your first month, but it was all friends and family who wanted to just support me, number one. And number two, I'm not kidding you, in 3 weeks, you could see a difference in me. So once they saw me in person or on social media, they're like, okay, that's working for you. Like, I want a piece of that. So your business is driven by your results and your love for the programs. Heather, do you have any questions?
I had a couple, but they were kind of already answered. But I think one of the biggest ones that I have is so I just like switched my like diet and stuff, and I mean, this doesn't have anything to do with coaching, but I'm still kind of like new to like the whole fitness thing. And I mean, when I was younger, I was like kind of athletic, but not really. I didn't really do any of that stuff. I mean, I was a cheerleader for 6 years, but other than that, I didn't do sports. I wasn't a sporty person. But I was kind of like on a journey last year of like gaining back my confidence and stuff. So I'm still kind of new to that too. And I think like my biggest question is just like how I don't know how to word that. Like how to be successful like through the struggles. And y'all like kind of answered that, but
Yeah, I feel like Morgan's story is probably the best for that because I think she
Yeah.
probably felt, she told me that she kind of said the same type of thing, you know, like she was on a journey, wasn't quite ready because she wasn't there yet. But if Morgan, if you have anything to add it. But I would like to add, we're all on a journey. Like you may think that you're not there yet. I'm not there yet either. And I will never be there yet because there's always a spot of growth. And that's something I love about coaching is it is the only community I've ever been a part of that's constantly pushing me to be better, and not in a perfectionistic way, but in a way that's like we always have room to grow. So you're never going to feel like you're there. And this is just such a good community to be in, to have the encouragement for us to spur you on and encourage you every single day, and for you to encourage the girls who are sitting where you are, who are saying, dang, like, you know, in 6 months from now, when you continue your workouts and you have these results and you're feeling more confident, for you to say, this is where I was 6 months ago and here I am today, for girls to say, dang, if Heather can do that, like if she can show up when she didn't feel ready yet, that gives me chills, like I have chills, then I can do it too. Like that's what you're working for. And you feeling like you're not there yet is exactly what makes you qualified to do this. Like that is the one qualification, that you recognize you're not perfect and you're willing to show up as you are and work towards being the best version of yourself every day, knowing you'll never get there.
yeah.
Hot dang, that made me a little emotional. Woo. I guess just thinking about where I was, because yes, was I an athlete my whole life? Yeah, but not when I started this. Farthest thing from it. No one would even know I was an athlete. And that's why home workouts were so great for me, because I was embarrassed to work out at the gym and I knew it needed to happen. My husband, I could have a free gym membership. My husband works at a gym and I was like, I can't work out. I would not let him see me work out when I started. It's just how far my confidence is coming. Now I'm begging him to do programs with me. I'm like, come on, let's do it together. But when we first started, I was like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I am embarrassed, because when we first started dating, I was in the best shape of my life. And I realized it's like the glass, I don't know, the mask was lifted and I saw, oh, wow, like that's not who I am anymore. I have a lot of work to do. I have a long, long road ahead. And so being a part of this journey, like I'm still working on my weight loss. Like I'm not where I want to be, just like Paige said. And even if I don't lose the weight, I think I still have a couple more pounds. I'm going for 50 right now. But even if I don't, I'm going to continue working. Even when I hit it, I'm going to continue working. And that's the beauty of this, is you just kind of fall in love with the process and find so much joy in helping others, and also just having that life and that energy that you gain from being able to be a light to other people. It's really, really cool.
And also showing the different seasons of life, like the workouts and the meal plans in the community are the same, but like my season of life right now, like I'm learning and growing in new ways because I'm carrying a baby. And in August, I'm going to be going through a postpartum journey for the first time ever. So it's like there's always that opportunity for new and different and growth. And I just get to take people along with me. And because of that, it's like it's what inspires me to show up. It'd be so easy to quit if I was on my own. But because of coaching in the community and knowing me showing up as inspiring even one, it's like I can do this because I want her, whoever she is watching today, to know that it's worth it and she can do it too.
And also to kind of piggyback off of what Morgan said, when I first started working out, I told my husband, I was like, no, go. And like, if he would even walk in the room, I would stop my workout and stop what I was doing because I was so embarrassed and didn't want him watching me work out, which is silly because it's like, he's my husband and like, he married me for me, but like, you know, I didn't want him watching me work out. And I will say that I haven't been doing this very long, but the more that I've been working out and staying consistent, and no, I may not be seeing
incredible results yet like Morgan, but now I am at a place where if he walks in, I'm not embarrassed. Like, I don't care if he watches me. Like I said, no, I may not be seeing those results, but I am feeling 10 times better than what I did before.
I love that. So we are coming up on 45 minutes, and here's what I want you to know to kind of close it out. If you have any last questions, definitely let us know, or send a message to the person who invited you to be a part of this whole thing. Is when you start, you will have so much support. You feel like you don't know anything right now, but you know what you need to take your first step. What it's going to be is you signing up to get your workouts and your meal plans, and you starting a program, and then falling in love with the process, being open and real about it on social media and with your friends and family, and then being willing to share honestly with people who ask you about it. That is what you're signing up to do. And then you get all of us with you. And man, there's so many fun things that we get to do together. It's just insane. I could talk about that for another hour, so I won't even get started. But if anybody has any final questions, let us know. And if not, I'm sure that the person who invited you will be messaging you. But if you want to make her day, message her as soon as we get off of here and let her know what you're thinking. I promise you, you will not regret it. And I remember right before I clicked sign up, I was like, worst thing that can happen is I just feel good. And that is worth investment alone if I just feel really good after starting this. And so much more has happened since then. So this is recorded. If you feel like watching it again or showing your husband or your best friend or whoever, if they have questions, they can watch it. And I just want to thank you for being here so much. Fills my heart to talk about what I get to do because it's changed my life. So thank you for being here. Let us know if you have questions, and we will talk to you soon, hopefully.